This is Tom Fox. I'd like to welcome you to the newest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network, the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
In compliance, the value of anonymous reporting is undeniable. But with Ethico, anonymity doesn't mean a loss of connection. Our blinded, two-way communication fosters an environment of trust and confidentiality, encouraging open and honest dialogue. It's not just about receiving reports. It's about understanding the story behind each one, creating a culture of integrity and respect. Transform your approach to anonymous reporting with Ethico. Begin your journey at ethico.com/CPN, where you can book a demo, access an exclusive white paper by Tom Fox titled The ROI of Compliance, and utilize our free ROI calculator.
Today, we move from middle management to culture at the bottom of your organization. The question posed in the 2023 ECCP read, quote, culture of compliance. How often and how does a company measure its culture of compliance? Does the company seek input from all levels of employees to determine whether they perceive senior and middle management's commitment to compliance? What step has the company taken in response to the measurement of its compliance culture? These questions point to a CCO or compliance practitioner demonstrating the culture of compliance is literally burned into the very fabric of your organization. While leadership at and from the top has long been considered by the DOJ and compliance professionals as a key element to moving your compliance program forward, the 2023 ECCP also crystallized that thinking around compliance culture throughout the organization, including from the bottom. The key for companies at senior management must find ways to transmit leadership skills to people who do not have a leader in their job description and probably never attend a top-level leadership program. For the CCO or compliance practitioner, this provides a clear path in helping to operationalize compliance by providing tools to those far down the organization to put compliance into the operations of your business. A company should nurture such learning because by doing so, it will both teach the practical skills around compliance and foster a strong internal network of compliance advocates who can move initiatives up and down and through the organization. As these individuals progress through the company ranks, they can take their message of compliance literally throughout the organization. Another key point is simply not to train middle managers and frontline managers on compliance, but by getting them to consider rollout effectiveness and testing. It's all about execution. One way to help this is to make sure leadership is talking to those at the bottom. Too often, strategies to move a compliance program and either initiative come from the top of an organization or are simply pushed down. To fully operation compliance, you must have a leadership in compliance further down the organization that has been a part of the design process and can help you implement your compliance initiatives all the way through your organization. In other words, from the boardroom to the shop floor. This month's sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, including this podcast, is Ethico. Have you ever wondered about the ROI of your compliance program or had concerns with presenting budget proposals to your CFO? Well, I partnered with Ethico to write a white paper on the ROI of compliance and how you can think through compliance as an investment strategy. Ethico has put together a ROI calculator for you. Check them out on the website. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The compliance tip of the day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.